Testing. Testing. Yeah, okay. I think we have audio. Yeah, we are live. Fantastic. Welcome everybody. It will be me and Natasha today. And about ready to go. There we go. I think she'll just be joining us. Give us a second. And then we'll get started. There we go. She was with us. Just lost her there. So we'll see. We'll come back in a minute. Apparently, it's a very exciting topic. So I think we've got a good one to look forward to. Yeah. Again, if not, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's pause this a minute and then we'll come back when everyone's ready. Just see how that's going. Oh, and I think it should just be we'll join us in a second. There we go. Let's see. And we're back.
No.
Hello.
Oh, no. Recording in progress. Ooh.
Recording is in progress. Of course it is.
Wow.
We do.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Show me your hair. What's happening with your hair?
Oh,
You have
the hair.
a lot of interesting things going on with your like constantly.
I try. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, okay.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's got a bit. It was a bit dry. It was a bit dry today. I actually put some cream in it this morning.
Cream.
I creamed it. I creamed my
What,
hair.
what kind of cream? No, I didn't
Already?
do
Come
that.
on.
I
Come
did not.
on.
That's just a legit question. What kind of cream?
No, it's like it's like hair cream. I
Like
don't
a hair.
know. I think I believe it's like citrus
Oh,
scented.
so your cream is citrus scented?
I think it's citrusy. Yeah, I think that's the
Nice.
it's like citrus.
I love citrus.
It's nice. It's nice. A lot of vitamins. The vitamins in citrus.
Okay,
So
cool.
maybe
All right.
uh,
Well,
to
it's good to see you.
vitamin-y hair. Thank you. Yeah, it's good to see
The
you too.
vitamin, getting the vitamin in the air.
Yeah.
How are you? How have you been?
Very good. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. No, it's been a
Yeah,
couple
absolutely.
and but yeah.
How's your summer?
Oh, it's generally pretty good. Yeah, yeah. It's mostly me in the dog. We're mostly staying in Moscow this summer.
Okay.
The other years I've traveled, but we're mostly just uh chilling in Moscow. Yeah, standard stuff. Going to the gym.
Are you planning any
Teaching.
trips?
Not
This,
really. I might do something in September.
ooh, to do what? To
So
go where?
so I don't know. So I've thought about it. Um, I could do another UK trip or something.
Mm,
Um, but I figure I'll be doing summer camp related activities and things over the summer, and
yeah,
then I might take a break at the start of the year because
the school
obviously
year.
our years go from September to May as opposed to December to December.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
of
how our
course.
calendars work.
That's it's true, right?
And I say
Like
in the new year, well, I mean September.
it's
But
true. It's funny how like as teachers you kind of forget that that there are two types of year. Well,
yeah,
sometimes you have to like when you're talking to a non-teacher, you
a
have to
normal person.
specify that, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right.
You have to specify that when I say year, I mean, the school
I mean the
year.
school year. Yeah. I mean when I say next year, I mean the ninth month.
Next year is, yeah, next year starts in September,
Yeah,
obviously. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's
right.
a nine months year, yeah,
Yeah.
short one. All right, well, today
Go on. Yeah, I'm excited.
drum
Go on. sound effects on.
Drum roll, yeah. We are going to talk about slang.
About
Slang.
slang. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
The hot topic. Now, why?
Yeah.
Why are we doing it?
Why are we doing slang?
So, I think a couple weeks ago or like a week ago, something like that, I asked, my peeps about, like what they would like to,
Yeah.
you know, mm, I don't know, learn about or, something, something,
Yeah.
something.
No, it was a bit late, but
That took you
I
quite some time. That drum roll, it was the wait for it. You should have said wait for it.
it's all
And
about the tension. You gotta build the tension, build the
build,
suspense.
yes, the build up. Yeah, exactly. Okay, slang.
Slang. There we go. Wow, what a surprise! I did not know that. Jeez, that is amazing.
So yeah, so
What
and
made us do slang?
the people voted for slang. Most people, that's the topic that people chose.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
that's a
well, people
landslide
want
election.
slang. Let's give them slang,
Let's give them slang. Give them what the people want.
right?
That's
Yeah.
cool. Okay, so it was a pretty overwhelming vote. People said slang.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, yeah, people are even more interested in slang than idioms. I was, well,
Well, idioms is like slang for old people.
boring people.
Yeah, but basically, people who use dictionaries. That's what
Yeah.
idioms are.
Now,
It's rare.
the tricky thing about slang
Yeah,
is how gigantic it is, the world of slang. I think,
yeah,
what I thought, like once I started preparing for today, I thought we could actually make like the whole series of podcasts on different sides of slang, because today we'll just do like a fun kind of introductory one. But from time to time we could actually go back and explore the Gen Z slang,
yeah.
the the Australian slang,
Very
all
different
those.
regions, different generations.
Yeah, absolutely, right? Isn't it? I also found a fun Cockney slang quiz today, which
Yeah,
I did like, I ran through and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
that's so
Pairs
fun.
and pairs. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we can do this like from time to time. Maybe we'll just get back and we'll do like part two, part three, whatever. So because yeah, I mean we can do obviously same with idioms, but I feel like the world of slang is even wider than the world of idioms. Especially also because like it always like the world of slang is not static. It's like it's always moving. There are always new phrases, new words that people are adding. So it's like it's a live organism in a way.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, think. I mean, idioms are, I guess, more official
Mm-hmm.
pieces of language, and for a piece of slang to come in use, it doesn't really need
Any
any,
dictionary, yeah.
any dictionary or any approval, apart from the fact that people decide they want to use it.
Absolutely.
And that can be within certain different groups. It
Yeah.
can be within the entire language. That can be within select groups and select regions. So yeah, absolutely, it is a growing fungus
Yeah, it's true.
leaching
Okay.
the proper language.
All right. So when you hear the word slang, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Um, many years ago in my childhood, okay, getting a traumatic story.
Oh no, okay. Oh,
So many years ago in my childhood, we had a small yellow book, and I don't think you really get this produced now. It was a, it was titled the Little Book of, well, the Little Book of Chav Speak, I think was the official title. Um,
chapstick?
Chav's like a derogatory term for people of, yeah, people of
How
different.
do you spell it?
a chav is a CHAV.
Chav. Okay.
Yeah, these are derogatory terms. You'll find them all about England. So in the south we have chavs, and I think in the north they have scallies. They have scallywags.
So this is like uh, c- curse words or specifically like derogatory to words to, to uh call someone scallywag.
Specifically a derogatory word. Pretty
Okay.
much like youths and generally, well, generally,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And also, poor, I guess. I don't know if it's specifically that, but
Okay.
someone like in Russian you have gopnik. That
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
They're gopniks.
Okay. All
Nabis.
right. Okay. Okay. So, and you found this little yellow book.
Oh, it just existed. It just existed
Uh-huh.
somewhere. I think someone
Okay.
bought it. So someone bought it at
Was
some
it
point.
was it in your house though?
Yeah, it's in my house.
And
Yeah,
it
it
was just sitting there in your house.
existed in the house.
Okay.
Yeah,
Accessible. Did you learn anything from that
yeah,
book?
that was my education.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
bro.
that's yeah, okay. I see it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think it was specific. I don't think it was specifically slang, but that was the kind of thing of, there were. It was like a 2000s pocket-sized urban dictionary
Wow.
for
And
kids.
that was what, how many years ago?
I think that was been 20 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Do
been
you
like really
do you
early.
know when Urban
Back when you could still buy
Dictionary
cheat code books for games and stuff, but
started,
and not
actually?
just Google it. Do I know?
When when did the Urban Dictionary start? Like how long has it existed?
Jeez, I don't know. I guess I would say it must be in the
Oh,
20 years.
1999 is
Gee,
when the website was
that's
founded.
the website is founded. Yeah, but in that day,
25 years ago. Okay, cool.
I mean 1999. That was, I mean, that was still a book era. You at that point you couldn't, you were, it was not accessible to just hop on your computer and yeah, you to
Not
to
as easily,
to to,
yes.
to get on Urban Dictionary, it was a choice of looking at the pocket dictionary in your house
Mm-hmm.
or
Or go to
booking a
the
booking a
internet
slot
cafe.
down the local library,
Yeah.
waiting 7 days until that slot is available, going down, yeah, and using your allocated hour to Google naughty words on the Urban Dictionary when you could have just been playing Adventure Quest. That was what I did on my that was what we always did on library time. There's this one computer game, and I was like, "Can I come and book 5 hours on the computer, please?"
This
Because I'd
boy
wait.
likes to study.
I love it, man. I would wait all week. Like, I can't wait. And I'd go down, I'd tank it
Wow,
like
the
six
tricks.
hours on Adventure Quest. I'm not sure they let you book 5 hours. I think you had 1 hour and then you had to go play with your friends or some bullshit like that.
Okay.
It's terrible. Dear.
Okay. All right.
Adventure
So, do you have some favorite
game.
slang phrases that again that are just off the top of your head, not going too deep at this point?
Um, Slang phrases. God,
Or words, whatever. Yeah.
yeah. So, well, I mean, the little book of Chav Speak is just running in my head right now. But
You're
that was
trying to
the
scan it.
trying to scan it. There's nothing that useful in there.
Okay.
Um, I remember it had a derogatory remark about microwaves, how that's how all the meals are cooked in these people's lives. They can only use a microwave.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very 2000s book. They got away with this stuff. Very
microwave people.
microwave people, yeah, the microwave lads.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Um,
But well, we will go through, yes, some of the, because I understand that just, going so abstract is hard. But I'll give you some
yeah. Can
pointers a
can
bit
I show
later.
you? Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
go ahead.
I was going to show you Adventure Quest. This is my.
Oh,
I found it. I've got.
sure, sure.
Hold on,
Go
hold on.
ahead. Yeah, yeah.
This is my library slot. This is
Oh,
what I used
oh,
to know, like 10 years old.
MG.
We were like, bruh.
What happened to Adventure Quest?
I don't know. I think it's still going.
Okay.
You're out
So
of it. You just attack monsters. I'm not sure there's any slang in Adventure Quest,
yeah.
but
I'll definitely not any Urban Dictionary type. Anyways.
is it like
Okay. So then before we get
I'm fighting
into the
potato?
oh you have
Yeah, no, I'm doing it again.
oh
There you
my
go.
gosh, is that like Cyclops or
Yeah, I
something?
don't know. It's like an angry vegetable.
Did you have a favorite character that you
Oh,
usually
I don't remember. You basically, I think you chose a sword guy or like a bow guy or something like that. And you could hit them with your sword or shoot them with your bow.
oh I wonder
It's
if
yeah.
I wonder if anyone else has ever played this game. I mean, from the listeners, maybe.
It was just there was one person on the entire planet that kept this entire game going. It's like no one's playing, but there's one kid in a local library
Yes,
who seems to
exactly.
book out
He
every
saved
slot.
he saved us.
The entire ad revenue for 110 year.
No, but I mean, like, there are some games that are more are or have been or were more accessible in, for example, in Russia, some others in the UK, or I don't know, maybe who knows.
Yeah, I don't know. This is I don't know how popular this was. Like in the local area, people played it. I know
Library,
local
it was library popular.
it's the library, loving it, mate, loving it. I know. I think World of Warcraft got popular in
Yeah, there you go. Yes, that's
I
I heard it
yeah.
at least. Yeah.
I never played it, but I recall some people like meeting here and they used to talk about how they used to play Warcraft
Okay.
and
All
stuff.
right.
So I
Oh,
think
there you
that
go.
made it over.
Yeah.
Can't remember, but I'm not sure Adventure Quest did. I played that because it was free.
Okay. Okay.
And it was great. Those are two things. It was like a double whammy, free and brilliant.
Wow.
Amazing. That was it.
Yeah, a jackpot indeed.
Dream.
Right. So getting back to our slang. So before we dive into again, the
We won't
well,
digress
maybe
again.
some
Slang.
examples. Yeah.
Slang for you guys.
Can you let's talk about when it's I don't know, preferable to use slang phrases.
When's it preferable? Well, whenever you're comfortable. I mean, you can use them as as much as you want. Don't let me be the arbiter of your slang use.
Okay.
But so what would I say in general? Um, Probably slang is something that you will use uh to promote cohesion within your select social group.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And having these unique words that you use within a particular region or within a particular group that you have. Maybe that's like your chess club, or maybe that's everyone in your city has this specific slang that promotes,
The idea that you're
yeah,
one of them.
you're part of that group and that group
Yeah.
unity. If
But
you're yeah,
which in its own kind of is already in a way a challenge because you have to be aware of this slang, from the particular group or the particular region.
so if you are aware of the slang, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like in a kind of social way, it's a members pass to
Yeah,
prove that,
yeah,
oh, okay,
yeah.
you are from this region, you know you can speak how we speak, and you're part of us. It doesn't mean you'll necessarily be excluded if you don't know it, but that is uh
Yeah, kind of like a
one of the
pass.
interesting things
Hmm.
of slang. And then of course if it's a more formal situation and if you're in a different place, or if you're in an environment where it is not a traditional social group, then of course you may not know the slang for that particular group,
Hmm.
and in which case it's impossible for you to use it.
But do we use slang only in informal environment, or there's some particular slang for some formal, I don't know, meetings, whatever?
Well, this would depend on your definition of slang.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And from what we've discussed, so I'd argue that slang is formed within each individual social groups, and that's not necessarily formal or informal.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's like kind of insider's language. You
Insider's
mean?
language. Now, in more professional settings, we have a word. Do you know the word jargon?
Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
that one. Jargon essentially technical terms within a field. So,
Mm-hmm.
so doctors will use specific words like, "Oh, that's his visceral artery" or something like
Yeah,
that. I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
if that's
yeah.
correct, but a word that you might not understand. And in a way, that is also slang
Mm-hmm.
because that is those are terms associated and that are known by a particular group.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing those words is again your kind of admission to that doctor's group. Whereas if you were from a different social section, perhaps you know a lot of economics jargon, or
Mm-hmm.
and your slang is completely different, then
Yeah,
you wouldn't,
professional. Yeah,
and you wouldn't be able to mingle with that same group if you use that slang. And so
absolutely.
you would go back to using the more basic form of the language that's not attributed to any specific social group.
Right. Right. So then the question comes to mind, how, like, not necessarily maybe how do I learn the correct slang, but like, I forgot the question. How, like, how do I, blend in maybe, or try to, get into that group. Let's, I don't know, we can just pick any group for just for the sake of an example, and how to feel more comfortable with using the slang, because for example, I've known, and I have a lot of friends from other countries, and many friends that I have, that I made also in Russia here, who were foreigners, and they liked learning Russian. And as any, I guess, any learner of any language, you kind of like to like peep into the real language, so trying to use the slang, or some curse words, or stuff like that, or even like the informal kind of pronunciation, if you know Russian, you know it. And it sometimes it seems a bit awkward, like hearing such things from a foreigner, who has an accent, and doesn't really like, maybe makes mistakes, it sounds funny, you know so how do you like, what do you do with this situation? Or maybe how do you try to avoid this? Or like, how do you know when it's appropriate? Like, when I'm ready to, to use slang, for example. What do you think?
Ready to use slang. The swear words are a good one.
Yeah.
Um, and the most enjoyable thing if you bring those out that just have the most foreign accent you can muster. Brilliant. Every time diffuse any situation, right?
Yes, exactly.
Someone's got you at gunpoint, you just go, oh, blad. And they're like, oh man, you can't, don't even try and speak this language, dude.
Yes, exactly. We'll shoot you for
Oh,
that.
yeah, they will shoot you for that. Yeah, um, so learning different slang, learning different jargon, and when can you be comfortable in using these things?
And also like knowing when to use it,
No,
because
yeah,
sometimes it's true that sometimes like it's hard to really like read the room, and understand every time, understand when this is an appropriate moment, or when it's
yeah,
an appropriate situation to use it.
yeah. When you should use your new slew of
Yeah, yeah,
profanities.
exactly.
Like, oh, I shouldn't have done it in front of my boss and all the colleagues.
Yeah.
Right, I'll note that down for next time. Thank you. Next time I manage to get a job, I'll do it.
There you go.
Um, well, so in terms of learning, the jargon is there's the advantage with the sort of academic jargon, sort of that's written down.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to do that, you could spend several hours looking stuff up, studying, and then you can learn the jargon, and
Mm-hmm.
after 4 years of university, suddenly you're part of this social group. Um, so you can study some of it with more with less formal social groups, with sort of regions or maybe much smaller groups.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the easiest thing is to go there. And as you spend more time with that group,
Yeah.
understand it and you can read it. So whereas the advanced, there's the example we had earlier. The word we have in the south of England for someone who's kind of, you know, well, Gopnik is the best translation, I think. We have chav. In the
Mm-hmm.
north, they don't use that. And I wrote it in the chat that
Yeah.
they have a word that well, their shortened word is scally, and that's from like
Oh,
quite an old,
scallywag,
yeah, like a
scally.
scallywag.
Okay.
And I think it comes from that, and that's the same thing. And in different parts of the country, they have various different words to
Yeah.
describe these kinds of people.
Yeah.
Um, and you could probably look it up, but you'd have to talk to these people and then
Mm-hmm.
gradually understand where it is because I couldn't tell you every single piece of slang. I could probably tell you
Yeah,
most of it for the
absolutely.
South. And interestingly, you don't realize a lot of it's slang until you go somewhere else and you realize it's
Right.
different. When is it best to use it, or how is it comfortable to use it? That's a tough one. That's a tough one, and I guess it is a case of reading the room.
But
Uh,
and that's a separate skill, I guess, on its own. But actually,
yeah,
speaking of this situation, for
yeah,
example, if I yeah, I happen to travel to
yeah,
your area.
yeah. Come down Southampton, noise.
Yeah. And I don't know, I go to the pub and I start,
Yeah,
just throwing those, local, okay, let's say it's local slang words.
yeah.
Will it mean that I'm a part of, you know, the the locale, that I'm one of you automatically? That's the question. See, do you see what I mean?
Come in. They'll just test it. They'll do a little vocabulary quiz on the entrance of the pub. Get
Okay.
your answers. If you get 7 out of 10, you can come in.
You can come in and you can actually use these phrases in your speech.
Is well, is the slang a fast track ticket to becoming a local?
There you go.
And
That's the thing. I guess it comes like it should come kind of gradually as a like a part of you. You don't I think, well, that's how I understand. You don't expect to just like, for the first day, like the first day or the first time you encounter someone, you start throwing those slang phrases, and you can't expect to be like accepted right away. I feel like maybe, as you spend time together, then somehow you start getting into that thing, and you will be allowed to use
the,
our words, phrases.
the great king of slang will come down
Yeah.
and give you a badge and say,
Yes, absolutely.
yes,
Okay.
from this day forth,
Past.
you are a Yeah, if that's how it works, I don't know. I don't know how pubs work in Russia. Maybe that's what they do. Maybe that's what happens. The King Gopnik comes down and gives you a big medal. Um, that's how it works in Southampton. Well, yeah. You're interacting with people. You're interacting with people and individuals. And can any amount of slang skip that period of investment
Mm-hmm.
in relationships? I certainly think there are things you can do to build relationships faster, and
Yeah.
probably taking on other people's words and showing an acceptance to that
Uh-huh.
is a way that you can build that relationship faster. and help strengthen those social connections.
Right.
Is there any one thing in particular slang that is a fast track ticket of coming in and saying, "Hello, I use your slang. That means we are friends now"? I don't think that's how.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
But
Maybe, I don't know, the key is just be a good person.
I mean, in general, yeah, yeah. Accepting people's slang, I think helps, and that's a way of you showing, yeah, I'm happy to be part of this community, and I'm happy to sort of understand the language you use.
Yeah, just being
Um,
like open and yeah, welcoming,
yeah.
friendly. I don't
So it
know.
contributes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's. However, will it create some godly force to come down and tell you that you're now a member of the group and you're allowed to use
Yeah.
the words? I don't think that's going to
There
happen.
you go.
I'm not
No,
sure.
but also I think it's important to also be involved in, the conversation or the
Yeah,
communication, just not just, be there as, I don't know, the statue or whatever, just, but yeah,
yeah,
to show that you actually have, I don't know, intentions, good intentions, whatever. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
It's a way to show you're listening. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And also this way you will actually be able to pay attention to the slang phrases that other people use, and you will be able to, maybe ask a question if you are not sure yet what it means, to kind of just, remember and try to use it in your speech. Just like, because it feels like slang is like a separate language. Just like you would, when you're learning a new language, you would when you're talking to native speakers or to, well, to other people who know the language better, you would keep asking questions. Oh, and that's a nice expression. What does it mean? Yes, or what's that? And blah blah blah. I feel like slang is like a separate language on its own, and
Yeah,
because slang doesn't necessarily, I don't know, belong to one language. In within the language, it's like the whole sea of different parts and stuff.
yeah.
So yeah.
Have you ever read the book Clockwork Orange?
Oh, I haven't read it. Yeah, but I watched the movie. Uh yeah, terrifying.
Movie time.
Yeah, but it's, yeah, you mean that there's this, yeah, the Russian uh words that he incorporated in
Yeah, yeah.
English?
Essentially, yeah. It's that kind of question of um. I mean, on the topic of do is there like a yes no point where you earn the right to use slang?
Yeah,
But what in what way does the author have the right
the
to
right, yeah.
to mix two languages together and create all these new words and slang? Um, yeah, and that it's a similar sort of question. I would argue he has absolutely every right, and if you read the book,
Absolutely.
then it works as
Absolutely.
a communicative tool, and that he creates his own slang for this world of the book. That's
And it creates kind of the whole world and atmosphere, and it's definitely a kind of an art, well, in the case of the Clockwork Orange,
yeah,
it's a one more artistic kind of, like, in a way, language or tool, I would say, as to evoke this atmosphere.
yeah, yeah. I liked it. It was at least the first time I could understand Russian. So,
Yeah, okay. Droogie.
so yeah, my
You're
Drugis,
my droog.
what you Gothoretian guys,
Malaka.
it's like yeah,
Let's go get some
5 years of study finally. It's paid off.
So it's
God.
like entry level. It's like, so what would you recommend?
I would recommend.
What's
Well,
like the first thing that you would recommend to read for a learner of a Russian language? You're like, well, A Clockwork Orange,
oh,
of
you got
course.
a good 5 words then. That's spot on. Got it.
all you need to know. And then once you start learning it, you're like, oh, droogie,
Oh, my
droogie.
droogs. Rock up to the airport. Hey, guys.
Yeah,
Give me
I
a
know this. I
Malinky
know
bit of...
this word. Fluent
Yeah.
Russian speaker. There you go. Okay, so let's get into some examples. I want to give you some um kind of topics or some situations, yeah, where you would use some slang phrases. And again, I want you to just think of anything that comes to mind. So can you think of some slang phrases or words for everyday emotions? Some to express some emotions.
Every day to express emotions.
Like something that you're feeling.
How would I feel?
I have a couple examples I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
give you.
For some examples, I mean, I do have a. Oh, did you like the Clockwork Orange film? I'm kind of
Yeah,
curious.
yeah.
I never watched the film. I only read the book.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
Well, I haven't read it, but
like,
yes, but I watched the film and it's one of those films that uh kind of, how can I say, uh get all of your guts out.
yeah,
you know, just like I don't know, wipe your face with it and like
yeah,
stick the all the guts back in. So it's you definitely feel uncomfortable. You feel everything. Speaking of emotions, you
right,
definitely throughout the whole film you feel everything. Uh, but I loved two things about this movie. First of all, it's how thought-provoking it is. It's not just thought-provoking, but as I said, it's just like, in your face
right,
thought-provoking. And the second thing, I like the aesthetics because it's Kubrick, I think. And it's just visually, a visually stunning experience for me as a person who is into art. And, as I studied history of art, it's just pleasant, for me to see, that whole aesthetic experience. But other than that, yes, it's kind of it's definitely not for everyone. I wouldn't recommend this film to watch to, for everyone. Um, because it's a tough one,
yeah.
but yeah, worth watching, worth discussing as well, for sure.
It's like pretty gory. Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, and as far as I know, the movie is not as maybe graphic, not as gory as the book, because I went to the cinema to the movies to watch this film
yeah,
with a friend who had read the book, and she was like, "Oh, the book was much worse, like more details, and
yeah,
so yeah."
yeah. I remember some scenes. Well, in the book, he has like his eyes taped open. He has to watch all this gory stuff on a screen,
Oh yeah, that's
like desensitize him to,
yeah, horrible.
well, to hypersensitize him, I
Yeah,
suppose.
and I think that's the like one of the powerful parts or things about this movie or book, I guess, is that, well, anyways, it's a main character, and in a way, when you start watching it, you kind of somehow at some point, you start like empathizing with the main character. Uh, and that's the thing that you're you're trying to relate to him, and you're like, no, 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 I don't
It'd
want.
be like if I were a criminal. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So it's yeah, big. It's quite
yeah.
a
It's
big work.
a powerful message for sure. Yeah, yeah. I think that was of morals that come with books.
Yeah.
That was one of the certainly up there with the kind of really interesting ones and very
Mm-hmm.
thought-provoking ideas that comes behind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's a very, very interesting piece of art.
I think we're either going to watch this film or read the book at some point. And yeah, it would be nice to, if you are able to join us, would be nice to discuss
That'd
it.
be cool. It's like one of the movie nights.
Either movie night, yes,
Yeah.
or there's also a book club. Book club is online.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay. That'd be cool. Yeah, yeah. Say
yeah,
that, or we could do an online discussion afterwards.
yeah,
That
yeah,
could be a
absolutely.
future thing. We could do movie chats.
Yeah,
For
there you
like
go.
for half for 90%, we just sit and watch the movie, and then we'll go, yeah, the
That
other
was
half.
fun.
That's good. All right, cool. See you
All
next
right,
week.
bye.
Reaction videos, they're the best, man. Here's me
Yeah.
reacting to a film. Hmm. Oh god, get 10 million views from that.
Yeah, exactly. I've wanted to start making reaction videos for ages because every time we go to the movies,
People are
you
there
know,
reacting. They just got the cameras out doing
yeah,
me
exactly.
reacting to this new film. Oh,
Yeah, Alona, every time she's like, you have to record the reaction videos because every time when we watch movies, I'm like, oh, no way. I have
no.
comments like all throughout the whole movie, and yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm a bit sorry for the people who are watching the film with me, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't help to get into the serious spirit, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Yeah, no, I think Clockwork Orange would be a good one to watch, actually. You could do a Clockwork Orange reaction vid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, by the way. But it should be the first time, so since I've
But,
already seen it, so it's not
that's
gonna
it.
be
Yeah, yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's just
something else.
interesting.
Oh, there are plenty of other films that I still haven't seen, even the popular ones and
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So, back into yeah, speaking
Back,
of
back,
emotions, yeah.
back, back to emotion.
So I remember there was
Yeah.
once there was this very popular, it's I don't know if it was famous everywhere, but in definitely in Russia, I think well, not everybody, but many people saw this bit from the Ellen show. Do you remember the Ellen DeGeneres? She had this show, the
Yeah.
talk show.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it was Hugh Laurie who came to her show and she did a quiz. They quizzed each other on a couple, like she quizzed Hugh on American slang
Yeah.
and so on, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So one phrase that I remember from that one is chuffed to bits. This is like
Oh, it's, yeah.
I never heard of it
Yeah.
before. So I learned it from there.
Yeah.
How often do you use this expression?
Um,
And what does it mean?
and what does it mean? Also, yeah. Have you
For
seen it
the
before? And what
for
on
the
earth does that
listener.
mean? What on earth is that? Um, that's yeah. What I consider myself. So this is one of the things with slang that until you meet someone who doesn't know the slang, you're really oblivious.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I think so. We use that, and I wouldn't consider that because everyone would know what it means. Like I'd go home,
Yeah,
like everyone knows
exactly.
this. What do you mean it's
It's
slang?
similar to what we
Yeah,
discussed last time with idioms, right?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It is similar.
Yeah.
Like 'cause you're in this kind of bubble, and until you meet
Yeah.
someone outside the bubble and go, no, 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 look what you're doing. It is really weird, and you're like, oh,
That's
everyone else
yeah.
is doing it.
Wait, is it called what is it called?
What?
Slang?
It's
It's
slang.
just
It's
that's
weird.
just the language. That's how I
What's
speak.
that?
That's how everybody speaks. Yeah.
Feels it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the
Exactly.
you're the
So
crazy.
chuffed is a very British word, right?
I'm chuffed. Yeah, chuffed. I'm pretty sure is a proper word. Chuffed is like happy.
Yeah, it's definitely not an American like an American word or slang. I doubt anybody knows what it means.
Yeah, chuffed, chuffed to bits. Oh,
Yeah,
adjective, informal, British.
there you go.
Very pleased. I'm dead chuffed to have one is the example. Yeah,
I'm dead chuffed.
dead chuffed. That's it. That's how chuffed you are. I was dead chuffed at his funeral last week.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so it comes from 1950s. Plump or pleased. There you go. So it's a proper British slang.
That's
See?
that's British slang. Yeah. So it's kind of difficult to pinpoint what is
Right.
slang to other
There
people.
you go. There you go.
But
So
chuffed is one. Yeah, yeah, I recognize that.
there you
I mean,
go.
I'm probably not. I don't feel as if I'm a huge like an avid user of slang.
It's like,
Huge
okay.
amount. I mean, I might not know. I might use words that are slang and just think,
That
hey,
you're
this is
not
slang.
aware of.
So
Yeah.
I could have a very low self-awareness of that. How often would I use chuffed to bits? I don't know. I don't feel like I use it all the time. All the time. I don't think it's a
I
hugely
don't
modern
think
one
I've
now.
ever heard you saying that.
No, I'm not sure I've ever said it, and I think it might be a bit of a
Like a
it feels like it's from the
generational thing?
1950s. When you
Yeah.
say it's from the 50s, it feels like it's from the 50s.
Okay.
I feel
So
like that I'm buying like a can of 1950s beans,
I'm
and I'm like, oh, I'm chuffed to bits,
chopped to
lads.
bits.
Yeah, that's not. It doesn't
So
feel.
do you mean that you like mostly probably, I don't know, your parents would your parents say this?
I can imagine them saying it, yeah.
Okay.
Or I can
Okay.
imagine me looking really old.
Yeah.
And
When
those are,
when
yeah.
you're 60, you're like
I'm like, oh, I'm chuffed to bits.
I'm
Oh, I'm chuffed to bits. Every slang is just it's like 30 years behind us. Yeah, like no, I can imagine.
okay.
I can imagine my parents saying it. It doesn't feel out of place. Seems like
Okay.
an old generation saying it.
So yeah, chuffed. That's something we're going to do. By the way, I think I might have forgotten to mention that we're
Yeah,
going to do a quiz, of course, again,
yeah,
because it's fun. Now we're going
yeah,
to decide, you and I, which one we'll do, because I've opened like 20 of them. Well,
yeah.
we'll
Okay.
choose one.
Hundreds of quizzes.
But since we're talking about, well, since I'm talking to you and you're from the UK, so maybe, so I'm chuffed, yes, means I'm pleased. Do you know maybe some other phrases, or maybe there's, just like you said, speaking of some local language, mm, can you think of some phrase, some like maybe local alternative from the South?
Um, yeah, local from the south, I probably can do. I
Or maybe some other, I don't know.
speaking of the 1950s words, there is
Uh-huh.
another one that comes to mind. Uh, have you heard the term hogwash?
I heard of it.
This is like
I
this
don't remember what it means though.
like triggered another memory, but I remember this one because someone made a very specific comment that there was like a young guy who came into the shop and he said something. You know, someone came up to me and was like, "Yeah, this guy said a really weird phrase that was like, I couldn't imagine a young person saying it." And basically, a young guy had said something along the lines of, "Oh, well, I spoke to this person and they just gave me a load of hogwash."
So it's like bullshit or something?
Yeah, it means nonsense. Load of
Nonsense.
hogwash. Yeah, so if we're being polite, it's nonsense. If we're being we're being 18
So,
plus, it's
but
bull.
this is also not a word that you'd be using, or your
Not
generation.
not I would use, not my generation. And this one, I remember this word because someone brought it up
Okay, yeah.
because it was so strange to see someone in their like mid-20s
Using
using the word
such.
hogwash. You're like, how old are you, sir? Did you just come off a naval ship from the 1800s?
Can I
Oh,
see
good
your
God, man.
ID?
What a bunch of hogwash. You scallywag. Like, where are you from, sir? What is this? I remember it was so, yeah, yeah. And it is not something.
Yeah.
If you say it, I imagine someone in like a 17th century naval uniform.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you
What a
grab
bunch
the
of
deck.
hogwash.
Load of hogwash.
But actually, speaking of strange words, I haven't seen this before, like before today,
Yeah.
but there is an American slang that, well, again, I mean, I don't claim that I know. Oh, can I share the screen? Can you allow me to share the screen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's give
Yeah,
you
I don't claim that I know all the slang, of course, but this one, I mean, I thought that this was British, but that's
okay.
it's American. Here.
Yeah, southern England slang. Lollygag. Oh, a lollygag.
Have you heard of it? Have you seen this word?
Uh, no, I've never heard this one.
There you go.
That'd
So
be,
I
I
I
tricky to.
I tried it. I guessed like when I did this like a when I was preparing, I did the quiz and
Yeah,
I thought it was a British slang, but
yeah.
because it sounds so much more like British than American.
They were lollygagging. I
Oh,
suppose it could
yes,
be. Yeah,
exactly.
it's the kind of thing we come up with, isn't it?
But then, yeah, she goes to Arizona every January to lollygag in the sun. Can you imagine any, like, I don't know,
The lollygag.
like your age, like someone your age or my age to using this, like,
Lollygagging. Yeah,
saying this sentence? We're
yeah.
lollygagging along?
Lollygagging along,
Oh
man.
my gosh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I think well, yeah, Yandex does quite a good thing. Maybe Google do it as well, but when you do translations,
Uh-huh.
it generally it finds sentences that are like quoted from books or videos.
Oh, okay.
So you get like a snippet of I don't know where they get these sentences from. They just sound amusing. But it's interesting. You sometimes get snippets from like books and stuff if you use
That's
some
cool.
things. Yeah. And it's like and if you're well read, you recognize the phrases.
Yeah, that's
That's a,
true.
oh, lollygag is picking up. Look.
So look at that. That's the funny thing is that 2019, yeah,
Yeah,
20, I
yeah,
don't know,
there was one
2019.
guy using it in the
Yeah,
1800s. Like,
exactly.
well, that was it. No one was into it. It's just that some crazy old man. But now, mention
Now there are six people using it and like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
like, oh,
That's,
that's gone up. Yeah, that's it. One, two, three, four, five. That's all five people.
that's fame. Okay,
Crazy,
so
man.
lollygag apparently means to spend time aimlessly or idle.
Yeah.
So lollygag in the sun. Do you like lollygagging in the sun, by the way?
I do like a good lollygag. Gotta, yeah, you can catch me lollygagging quite often these days.
Not only in the sun,
Like,
but just every day.
lollygagging through life.
Okay, so
It's interesting.
shall we do some quizzing then?
Let's quiz it up. Yeah, let's quiz it
Yeah.
up. Let's
So now let's
start.
decide again what we're doing.
Yeah,
There's one quiz that is kind of fun. It's BuzzFeed, but it's a quiz for, let's say, for Brits. I
yeah,
mean, I guess it was made for Americans, but on
yeah,
British slang. This
yeah.
one is very simple in terms of, you and I, or maybe our listeners also, less one listener, knowing about this, but I kind of like the options that they give the options. They also give the American alternatives, and I think most of them. So it would be fun to kind of to discuss, to see both of them, and then there's some funny, alternatives as well, or like, haha, just for laughs. Then there's another British versus American one, and then there's like a lot of British slang quizzes.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do? And when it comes to, the other British slang quizzes, then they're more, you know, not as well known as the first one.
Stealth British quizzes. What's going to be most useful for everybody watching, do we think? Uh,
I don't know, I'd say anything,
uh,
but yeah,
yeah,
we could probably do the first one for today, and
yeah.
then we can do like another podcast episode where we dive into the British slang.
It can so the British one, that's the quiz that gives the American alternatives.
Yeah,
And the first one is
the first one is this one.
this one. Okay, yeah, let's crack on that one, and then we can
Yeah,
keep those 20 tabs open
yeah,
for the
exactly.
next 4 months, and we'll gradually work through them.
Work through them, yes. Okay,
Might close them, free up some RAM.
so let's see. So,
Sidewalk.
as you can see here, watch out, Yanks. You'll have to use only the Queen's England to
That,
pass this test.
that's the only
Well,
English there is.
how old is this quiz? I don't know, because it's the King's English now.
It's the King's English now. Well, it's always going to be the Queen's.
Yes, absolutely.
Charles did a good job with it, though. So.
Okay, so the first question is, what's this? Now we all know what this is, obviously,
Quite
but
simple,
yeah. But again, here I like that they give right, both American and the British version. And there's a funny version,
Mega
and
fun.
then
That's
something unrelated. But I
yeah.
love the version road sideburns, isn't it? Just perfect.
Sideburns. That's fantastic. It is very American. The American word would be in bold and the largest possible font. That's just a very American thing. Yeah, let's make it really big, guys.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you would.
So what's the American name for this?
Well, if you look at the one with the biggest font, the clue.
There is the clue. Yeah.
Yeah, the Americans would call it a sidewalk.
Yeah.
They don't really have those. I think Americans exclusively have motorways.
Which makes sense, right? Sidewalk. You walk on the side.
And you walk on the pavement.
You walk on the pavement, but what's pavement? What's the origin of the word pavement?
Um,
Do you know?
I guess, you know, given the answer
Pave?
there, but yeah, I guess it comes from to pave.
And what is pave?
Well, to pave is to create a path.
To create a path.
Yeah.
Wow.
Something like that. So I'm guessing. So you have phrases like to pave the way.
Yes,
Or
absolutely.
to pave something is to like, put things down so you can walk on it. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
kind of just inferring from that. But to pave, I think to create a path is pretty. Um,
There's also a meaning, another meaning of the verb to pave, and that is to cover a piece of ground with flat stones or bricks, paving over.
And I would define a piece of ground with flat stones or bricks as a path.
As what?
As a path.
As a path,
Oh
yes.
yeah, I think that's so
Yeah.
so
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 cover, yeah, absolutely.
and then you have to look at the what's the origin of the word pave? Where's that? So yeah, I've got a cover a piece of overground with flat stones or bricks. So that's to pave.
Yeah.
Um, what
Well,
origin?
Google says that the origin is French, pavé,
Pave, okay. And that
which means pave, I guess, which means to pave.
so it's for French. And I guess that has a origin in Latin, something.
So, and then you guys aren't friends with France?
Yeah, I know, but they came and stabbed us.
Is it William the Conqueror? Oh, cover, yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stabbed us for 300 years.
He's to blame.
I think he very much romanticized the language. I think it's a very interesting history behind
Yeah,
how it all
yeah.
fits
We should
together.
talk about that too
And-
because it's fascinating, I think, that area.
yeah,
Okay.
and
So
how it is with the classes as well.
yeah. So sidewalk, American, pavement, British,
Sidewalks
road sideburns
burns the best.
don't exist, but it's funny. I would start calling for sure. And yeah, motorway.
Motorways is or you might know it more as the
different.
freeway or something, but
Yeah.
motorway is where your cars go very fast.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Number 2. This one is also easy, but
click on the answers to get points. Oh.
I like the options.
Yeah. C.S. Lewis will be happy with that one.
Yeah, exactly. The portal to Narnia. So the next one is we have lift, riser, elevator, and portal to Narnia. So again, lift is
I think both of these words are kind of similar. Yeah, I guess we decided to use different words to make them different.
Just for the fun of it, just to make English learners suffer more because they don't suffer enough.
They don't. No, they don't.
Yeah. Now elevator.
To elevate something is to raise something up.
Yeah,
That's American.
essentially, yeah, it means the same, but yes, for whatever reason, why not? Yeah,
And
just
lift is
spice up your life. Yeah.
nice as well. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So lift
Nice.
is British, elevator is American.
Yeah,
Then we have riser, which doesn't exist.
Riser. It
I've
sounds like
never,
a planet from
yeah,
uh,
absolutely. Some movie, some
Planet Riser.
sci-fi. Yeah.
Uh,
And then the funny one, yeah, Portal to Narnia.
Narnia.
Why not? Why not?
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
Could
I
be.
mean, yeah. No.
Okay. Number three. Okay, these guys, obviously.
Ooh.
So we have chips versus crisps.
Yeah, we have another traumatic experience that I need to
Yeah,
share. No,
yeah.
that I need to share with you.
Okay, go
Uh,
ahead.
so, well, obviously, yeah. So this one's confusing because depending on how it is made, we
Oh
eat
no,
different words. So there's a whole
really?
mix. Well, there's a kind of a mix on it. Um, and well, I went to a restaurant once, and if you ordered, well, the American word for these is
Chips,
chips.
of course.
However, if these were not thinly sliced, but in short, fat sticks and cut,
Oh,
the
yeah,
British word for
is.
chips
Mm-hmm.
is a slightly different, like French fries,
French
potatoes.
fries, yes. Mm-hmm.
So imagine you're going to a restaurant and you order yourself a nice hearty dish of fish and
Chips,
chips, expecting
fish and
yourself some
chips.
nice thick cut, yeah, some nice thick cut potatoes, and they go, here we go. Here's a fish and here's a packet of Lays for you.
No
Here's a packet
way.
of crazy, like, bruh.
Are you
You need to
kidding me?
you need to stop using Google Translate. Tell your chefs to get an actual British
Fish and chips, but
English Oxford to
everybody
Russian dictionary. And I was like,
knows.
bruh, I've been absolutely swindled here. And they're like, no, it's chips, mate. It's chips. That's chips. I was like,
No.
scum.
Was it
It's
in Moscow?
in Moscow. How's her house? Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
oh, name and shame.
Did you
Um,
make a photo, video,
I believe I did. Yeah, I
send
believe I
to
did
the
take a video.
queen?
I think I was so overwhelmed that I videoed it. I did a reaction video. Man reacts to
Laugh.
getting crisps with his meal.
But how is it possible?
Didn't
Fish and
ask for a crisp sandwich.
everybody knows. Even like Russians know that like fish and chips at this express like this like name as the words. I
Like
think
it's a
people
thing. Yeah.
even if I think even if people don't know what fish and what chips means, they know what fish and chips
Fish
is.
chips are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I found that very interesting. But obviously that is a point of confusion because um our word for these is crisps.
Yeah.
Americans call them chips, but we have a very similar, a similar thing that we also call
Which is
chips.
different, yeah.
Um, and actually, if you were to use the word fries in American, well, in American that's our word for chips,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a, but
Uh,
yeah,
a,
you'd hope people know what fish and chips
a
are.
challenging triangle
There's a bit
here.
of a triangle, yeah. So
Yeah.
those
But there's also this word tatties. I
daddy
understand that it's from like potatoes, but is
potatoes,
this actually a word? Have you heard of it? Because
yeah,
I have, is it an actual word?
yeah.
Is it British?
Yeah, I think so. If you ask me for a nice bowl of tatties, I'd give you a nice bowl of tatties.
Which is what? Boiled potatoes? Just
I
any
get
kind of potatoes?
I guess tatties would be probably boiled or roasted. I'd probably chop them in half, give them to you in a small bowl, and boil or roast them. But I don't know if that's a specific thing. That's how I'd imagine it.
Okay.
Okay, what is
Tatties.
I think that's what it is. This. What is
Yeah, just don't confuse with titties, tatties,
give me
it's
a nice bowl of, yeah, tatties. Like, no, not it is
not that again. I
ah
found there's a dish which is called neeps and tatties.
yeah, nips and tatties.
Again, nips,
Nips
don't
and tatties.
confuse.
That is definitely on purpose. That's so the kind of thing someone would
Why,
do.
why?
It's funny. Got it.
So it's a Scottish dish. It's Scottish, traditional Scottish side dish. Oh, those dirty Scots.
No
Of
Scots.
mashed potatoes and swede, the rutabaga. Okay. I'm not excited to try it, but I would, of course. So it goes well with haggis or a beef roast.
Um,
Have you heard of it? Have you tried it? Neeps?
Nice. You know what?
Neeps
No,
and tatty?
I haven't tried it. No, I haven't really heard of it. The most famous Scottish dish is obviously haggis.
Yeah, haggis, yeah.
I know
Exactly.
that,
Have you tried haggis, by the way?
which is like a mid. No, I don't think I have. I don't think I've tried it.
What?
No,
And you call yourself a Brit?
I've not even had a deep fried kebab. Yeah, I'm not Scottish.
Oh, wait. So what?
Yeah, I know.
You're
I know.
from the same
You know what? I do need to visit. I need to go
island.
and try the Scottish food. I haven't tried it.
Wait, you haven't also tell me that you haven't tried deep fried Mars bar.
Oh, I haven't even done that. I know.
Sheesh. Josh, what a shame.
So
What a
I've fallen
shame.
behind with my life ambitions. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
We should do like a Scottish dinner night or something.
Oh, that'd be marvelous. We should so do it. Try and figure it out. All right, guys.
And
Starting.
wait, what about Spotted Dick? Was it British or is
Oh, Spotted Dick's pretty British. Yeah, Spotted
pretty
Dick. I
British?
believe
Okay.
Spotted Dick is English, just like jam roly poly.
Okay. All right.
And that sounds. It feels like it's an English pudding. Really,
English steamed pudding. Yes,
because
absolutely.
and Dick is very English.
You mean Scottish don't have dicks?
Yeah, I left that on purpose for English dicks. No, but the word dick for example, Richard is a very English name, and the shortened
Right,
version of that is Dick. So I'd
right.
imagine something with Dick in it. I mean, just with that word in it is probably
Refers
yeah.
to
I feel
English.
like Dick.
Okay.
I feel like it has a meaning somewhere
Okay.
that
Okay.
is tradition.
Oh, there's also Scotch eggs, but are they Scotch?
Oh, I
Are
think
they Scottish?
I from the name I'd say they're Scottish. Yeah,
But
I love Scotch eggs. They're brilliant.
yeah, I think I made them once, but I should make them again.
Yeah,
Scottish?
where
Yeah.
they originate. Yeah. Oh, originated from Yorkshire.
Aha.
It's in the north of England.
Aha. English. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
So why are they called Scotch eggs again?
Um, I
Breaded.
guess it would be because of how they're made.
Just a joke, maybe like they wanted to make a like a local joke.
Uh,
Ha ha. Let's call just like French fries are Belgian.
well, no one. But if you call them Belgian fries, everyone will be like, "Where? What fries? What?
Yeah. Excuse me, can I
Do they
have
have
some
chocolate in them?
Belgian
Ugh,
fries?
yeah, yeah,
It's like a waffle with yes, with mayonnaise.
yeah.
Ew. Okay. So tatties. At least yeah, we learned a new word.
Brilliant.
Fries and well, fries is
Teddies,
not
teddies. Yes, some teddies. Fries and teddies.
neeps and tatties. There you go. Scottish. We're ready for the Scottish night, dinner night. So this one's fun. The Queen.
Queen. That's the queen. Really love her. We do love her.
Okay.
What we
So
say of this one? Yeah, that's such a yeah. It's a very traditional postbox. That one.
a mailbox. So I know this as as a mailbox, obviously, but British version is
We have the post. Yeah,
postbox.
mail is American. Post is British.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
kept with the box.
And then they made fun also of a beef eater.
Beef. Yeah. Beef
Yeah.
eater.
Okay. And the Queen. Well, just funny.
Yeah.
But these post boxes, are they only like in big city, or are they only in London, or are they because I don't think I've seen these.
They're everywhere. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Yeah, even in like the village I grew up in, yeah, there's post box everywhere.
Really?
They had one of those. So the village next to mine, where I was from, they had an Olympic gold medal winner, and they painted post box like that gold in like honor of of her being from that village and winning an Olympic gold medal.
Wow, that's
So,
exciting.
but yeah, that's one thing. They are genuine everywhere. That is the standard uh British postbox.
Oh,
You'll see
that's
those postboxes
gorgeous.
everywhere.
Oh, I would take 50 photos around this
And
thing.
then just put it in your truck and take it home. No.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's just
Yeah.
beautiful. But also it doesn't really scream mailbox, post box. It seems like a water hydrant to me at first if I saw it, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose yeah. It's got that red color. It's a very
Yeah.
very big
And the
hydrant.
shape
Yeah,
also, this phallic, sorry,
it,
shape.
it is similar. We don't really have the hydrants.
You
Yeah,
don't have
we don't really
hydrants?
have the hydrant things. No, we don't really have them.
So
But
like what the firefighters, they just carry water with them?
generally, yeah. Maybe they have them
Or
somewhere.
they're like knock knock.
Yeah.
Oi mate.
No, no.
Can
Excuse me. Can I fill up this glass of water? We got a blaze across the
I
road.
need
Come on,
no,
let's
can
run in.
I
Yeah.
can I attach my what is it? The hose to
Hose, it's your thing.
yes,
Uh, I,
to your
I
tap?
I believe they can do that. If you've got like a outdoor tap or something and they need to,
Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
absolutely can.
yeah.
Um, they could. Growing up, I don't really remember seeing fire hydrants
Any-
around,
Okay.
certainly in my local city, we didn't
Okay.
have them, and they seemed to me to be just kind of an American thing you see on TV, like it just yeah.
All right.
I think them fire hydrants are more an American thing. I don't really think we have them in many places.
Okay. Okay.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, I think
it's
they just have to go to taps or drain a swimming pool or something like that.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Or just
Might have some. Yeah, we could have
get
some.
some water from the lake or from,
Yeah,
yeah,
literally
I
that.
see.
Yeah, there could be some somewhere, but I don't recall them very often growing up. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's no mistaking them for a. Why is this fire hydrant
For
full of
pub.
letters? What?
Okay, makes sense now. Okay. So here we have a popular children's game. I don't know, do you still play this game from
Absolutely,
time
it's
to time?
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, to kill time or something
yeah,
with yourself.
yeah.
The most fun way to play it.
Let's
You
just
always
put it
know
like
who's
that.
gonna
Who's
win.
gonna win? So, I
It's gonna
lost
be
again.
me.
Oh no.
Okay, so the American name for this game is tic-tac-toe, and the
Yeah,
British one is noughts and crosses,
process.
which is
Yeah. So I'd say there's kind of a mix with this one because this was something that I would say I was introduced to this by playing it online,
uh-huh,
and therefore most of the sites I used were
tic-tac-toe.
American.
Okay,
So it said tic tac toe. So I was aware of the name noughts and crosses, but I would for me I would say it was kind of it was either or. You could use either one
mm-hmm.
because we'd seen it as tic tac toe so many times. By the time the game was introduced, it was so noughts and crosses and tic tac toe. I'd know them both.
But the interesting thing here about noughts and crosses is noughts.
Yeah.
What is this word?
That's the word
Is
for zero.
for zero, yes, but where is it coming from?
Naught.
Is it like again nautical or something? Like what is this word? Because it's not, we have zero, and in British zero also exists.
Naught. I that's a tough.
Or
Yeah, I couldn't.
circle or round. I don't know. Circle.
I'm thinking it probably comes from a similar origin to the word nothing. So you'd have words like naught meaning nothing, and you'd also have
Ah,
nil meaning zero or
yeah,
nothing. So that
yeah.
sort of n sound, there's probably
Okay.
it's probably an
No,
origin there
to yeah.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So zero is also associated with naught of being nothing.
Yeah, another, yes, fun spelling word.
Yeah,
Not, not. It's just three sounds, but one, two, three, four, five, six letters.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's fun.
Naught
But
and
actually, tic-tac-toe, when it comes to noughts and crosses, at least you're like it's clear what it is. But tic-tac-toe, like if you don't know what the game is, you would never guess. It doesn't say anything. Tic-tac-toe, what the hell?
It doesn't. Yeah, that's true. Tic-tac-toe seems like the more abstract one here.
Absolutely.
After that, North and Cross is quite clear.
Yeah,
Cross.
yeah. And Noughts and Crosses is similar to the Russian name. Do you know the Russian name for this game?
Naughty and Crossy.
No, but we go the other way around. We start with the crosses. In Russian,
Crossy
it's like
noises.
crosses and not. Yeah, it's крестики
Yeah.
и нолики.
Yeah, that's because crosses go first in Russian. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
absolutely. Crosses always go first.
Iris, the lead. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, so not is nothing. Very cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So not, well, yeah, not
No
the Old
wit.
English, no wit.
No wit. Okay.
Both mean
Great.
nothing, and they're compounds of no thing.
Okay, and we have the two funny options. We have a quid and a quack.
Yeah.
Whatever that means. Is that
I've never heard that.
no? And Oxford chess. Why?
Uh,
Do you understand what this is?
Because it's Oxford, because that's England. That's
Oh, okay.
we
Just
might have our own special version of chess.
or maybe it's just like OX, Oxford, whatever. Okay. So here we have this dude sticking this thing into. He is putting
He's
what?
putting it in. He's
Putting it in. We have gas and petrol. Obviously, these are the words that we need. Yeah. You in British, word is petrol.
We use petrol because it comes from petroleum.
Yeah. Now the question is, why do Americans use gas? I don't know.
Hazard a guess on that. Well,
It doesn't make sense, does it?
What is gasoline?
Okay, gasoline. Yes.
I think gasoline. I'll Google it, check myself. I think gasoline is so petrol is like the after product of when you separate it and get
okay.
Well, you get kerosene, then when you separate it, you get petrol as an after product, and that's what they started using in cars. I guess gasoline is
something similar.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I don't want to give the wrong information on this. But
Okay.
I would guess it is another byproduct or some sort of
Okay.
byproduct, and they use that shortened word.
All right. So the Brits decided to go from petroleum and Americans from gasoline.
Gasoline is a fuel made from crude oil and other petroleum liquids. Okay. So I think I would guess they're exactly the same thing. We have called it petrol because it comes from petroleum.
Yeah.
I think gasoline might well be an purely invented word.
Just for Americans, they're like, well, we don't want to call it petrol because it's British. Ew.
Yeah.
So let's just make up our own word.
Yeah. Origin, 19th century, gas oil.
Okay.
It seems like it just popped out.
Yeah. Why not? Well, fun,
Well, that's all car fuels came in the 19th century. So
there you go. They needed new words. Yeah.
They did. We discover new things.
New
things like swallocks.
Yeah, exactly. So they also decided to joke around a bit and stick squash into his car.
Squash.
And apple and pears, which you've already mentioned today, which is Cockney for stairs. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, which I don't think he would stick apples and pears into there, or squash for that matter.
No, unless they create some new fuel.
Veggie fuel.
Veggie fuel. Squash.
Yeah. Let's do probably the last one, I guess. I still have a few, but yeah. So this one, I like this answer. It's like proper
summer clothes.
British, I'd say. What
Yes,
else?
yes, that's true.
British
That-
summer clothes. What do Brits wear in the summer? Well, this.
That's what, yeah, that's right. You only need one
Okay.
set of clothes.
For summer, spring, autumn, and winter, it's just this knitted
Yeah.
beauty. So we have jumper and sweater.
Yeah.
Now, the British version would be what?
Our version is jumper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. American would be sweater, obviously. Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah. But what are, because as far as well, this whole world of clothes, it's quite fascinating. I don't know all the words, but there are a lot of other, like there's a vest, there's what is it like? I don't know, there's some like many other words for
A
like
white beater.
this kind of clothes.
Um, well,
Like there
yeah,
sweat, well,
well,
American, there's a
but
sweatshirt,
sweater,
there's the
vest, jumper,
vest,
hoodie,
yes,
uh,
hoodie, yeah,
jacket. Could
yeah.
be anything with a zip.
Are there what about British like alternatives? Do you have some other words like this that differ?
Jumper and sweater would be the main one.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Um, they're the main differences. Everything else I think is probably interchangeable. Things like jacket and hoodie, sweater.
But
I guess sweater.
do you actually use the word sweater at all?
We don't use sweater, no.
At all?
No, not we know what it is, but it's very much an American term.
Huh.
So it's not something that we would use in the
Okay.
UK language.
All right. And then there's the word yarner, which
Yarn.
again, do you think it exists?
Uh, yarn.
Because this definitely comes from the word yarn. Yeah, and yarn is
Yeah.
the what is it? The how do you explain yarn?
Yarn's like a ball of string.
String, yes, that is used for knitting.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. It's your knitting ball.
Yeah. So
Uh,
I don't think this is a real
don't
word.
think yarn's
Is it?
real. No, I can't. But
No. Yeah.
real person somewhere.
Real person somewhere. Mr. Yarner.
Yarn. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's do then the quick fire. I'm gonna give you some other expressions and tell me what they mean.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So this one is funny. Fancy a cheeky Nando's?
I'd love a cheeky Nando's. Thank you very much.
What the hell is that?
That's that's like so that's so basic for us. That's so basic. Does it have a little emoji like this?
Like what?
Does it have a little emoji like that? Cheeky
N- uh,
Nando's?
no,
That,
what is
that, there was a phase where you could just send someone that and they'd go, yeah, okay. And then
I'm
you go
in?
to Nando's. It's totally a thing. Cheeky Nando's.
Nan well, first of all, what's
The
Nando's?
hell is Nando's? Nando's is a very popular
Like,
spicy chicken restaurant in the UK.
okay. It's
Uh,
like a British KFC or something like that.
no, it's no, we have KFC. It's a restaurant. So you go there for a sit down meal and it's considered reason like
Oh, so it's not
reasonable.
fast food.
It's not fast food. No, no, it's a sit down restaurant. It's a popular spicy chicken restaurant.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, a cheeky Nando's is a common phrase. It is a very common phrase of, oh, should we go for a cheeky Nando's? And this emoji, certainly for a long time, was associated
Oh my gosh.
uh, in
Cheeky
very
Nando's.
intimately with
Wow.
the cheeky Nando's
And
boys.
cheeky is for like for chicken, or does it have anything to do with cheeky, with the word cheeky?
I think it's just because you're treating yourself a bit. Let's go for a cheeky.
Oh,
All right,
oh,
boys, don't tell anyone. Have a little
fancy. Yeah.
cheeky Nando's. Oh, yeah, why not? Let's go for a
Night out.
cheeky one. And I think that's the origin.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, that sounds fun. Okay.
that's classic. Yeah, that's good.
So there's another phrase that I've never heard of. Let's have a knees up. Again, I don't know if it's
Knees up.
British. Yes, British.
That
Knees up.
sounds a bit old-fashioned. I'm
Let's have,
get
let me
is it,
write it to you.
I
Let's have a knees up.
knees up, like putting your knees in the air. Yeah, I'm guessing that's something to do with having a party.
Yeah,
That right?
there's always the like the Urban Dictionary
Yeah,
version
yeah.
of
Okay.
pretty much anything.
Of
But
anything, there it
yeah,
is. They're amazing how they come up with this stuff. Dictionary. I was like, what
yeah.
does that mean? Yeah.
So having a party, yes, a lively party where there's usually dancing.
Yeah.
This is so strange.
Well, it depends on your dancing. If you're like Irish dancing, you know,
Oh yeah,
get the
you
knees up,
do
guys. Let's have the knees
throw
up. Everyone's gonna.
throw the knees up. Yeah.
I think it depends. I can see where it comes from.
Okay. So let's do another one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, this is another one. I've chosen the ones that I don't necessarily, well, I haven't heard of.
Yeah.
She's a right laugh.
She's a right laugh. Yeah. Yeah. Someone's quite funny to be around.
A right
Uh,
laugh.
yeah, if someone's a right laugh, it means they're like a funny person. Oh, let's go to the pub with John. He's a right laugh. Yeah, there's always good
Oh,
times with John. He's a
do you,
right laugh.
who would you call a right laugh? Someone who, from, your friends or family.
Who do I call a right laugh? Uh, well, there's always one. I don't know. You can
Hiding somewhere.
hiding somewhere. He's hiding somewhere. You can be my right laugh. You can be my right laugh if you're on Natasha.
Oh no,
Go to the pub.
really?
Yeah, you go.
Oh,
There you go.
what
We
an
do me the honor.
honor to be the
Uh,
right laugh.
I'm very generous. That's
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Well, that's fun. Obviously, there are hundreds of other expressions that we could uh be talking about, and it would never be over.
yeah.
But
Using
wait, let's finish
one
on
more.
this
Go on.
one.
Okay, good one.
Yeah. A chin wag.
Oh,
This
that's a classic.
this
I'm
one was also from that Ellen DeGeneres.
from Ellen and Hugh. Yeah, yeah. I believe
Yeah,
I
yeah,
recall this one. Um,
yeah.
chin wag. I think very simple. Well, you wag your chin. It means to have a good conversation with someone. It's
It's terrible. It's a
like a dog
terrible
wags its
picture.
tail. A human
Yeah,
wags its
exactly.
chin.
So this is how you
I
talk.
I have a chin wag.
I
Uh,
don't really like to imagine myself talking this way.
how we do it. That's why when we have British English, we swallow all our sounds and you can't understand because that's how we talk.
Because you wag your
That's
chin.
how we talk in British English. We wag our chins.
So, but what about this word? Is it common, or is it also, do we also throw it away into the I'm chuffed to bits
I
area?
I would still say it's quite old.
Mm-hmm.
I would also say that I'm probably guilty of using it from time to time.
You have used it.
I'm sure I've used it. Yeah, I
Okay.
reckon I think it is quite old, but
It's like a cute little word to
cute
use.
little word. Maybe use it ironically. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
Yeah. So you're doing just have a little chin wag, mate. Just have a little chin wag.
Well, there you go. Would you call what we had today a fun chin wag then?
I'm chuffed to bits
About our chin wag,
about it.
our chin wagging skills.
Chin wag skills at 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. So, chin wag is just a chat. Yeah. We say
Yeah,
that.
chin wag's like a conversation. Yeah, like your chin.
So, how about, well, let's have a chin wag. That's what you would say?
Um, that'd be a very
Not,
interesting way
not,
to
yeah.
start.
let's have a chin,
Excuse
yeah,
me, sir. At
a
3 o'clock
business
this afternoon, shall we have some chin wagging?
a business meeting. But
A business chin wag. I yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to go have let's have a chin wag. John and I had a bit of a chin wag today.
but I would you say, would you like that usually you'd just say let's have a chat, or let's just hang out, or
You could use either. I mean, chin wag is another word for chat. Chat is more visual way.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can certainly say chin wag. Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
so I
great.
definitely understand it. Yeah.
Well, Josh, thanks for this chin wag.
Yeah, it was a delightful chin.
Delightful, yes,
Delightful chin
absolutely.
wag.
I am definitely chef to biz.
Yeah,
No
fantastic.
matter, I'm not old enough yet for using this, but I still am.
Yeah.
And let's call it part one
Yep.
of, yes, of many, many parts to come.
Yep.
The next one we could explore, yes, maybe British slang. Then some other time, hopefully, maybe we can get Alex on board and we'll do, the English American battle.
Yeah.
And
Do a
then
rap
we can,
battle.
yes, absolutely. And then we can get to the generational slang as
Yeah.
well. It's also going to be
Get some
fun.
granddads.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. The whole family involved.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So when you travel to
I travel like right, guys.
when you travel to when you
Yeah.
travel home, we should do a podcast episode where we'll just quiz your whole family on the, like, different generation
Yeah.
slang. We should do that.
So, yeah. Go on.
For sure. Okay.
So,
Let's put that
that
in our
diary.
agenda.
Cool. Fantastic.
All right.
Cool.
Well, that was
Um,
fun.
that was
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
have any announcements you want to make? Like how for the future? And how's the course going? In terms
Oh,
of
the course is going fine.
yeah.
I'm still actually I'm still inviting more people
Yeah.
because I've actually realized that um every lesson is pretty separate
Yeah.
in this course, because it's like a mini kind of just vocabulary, boost thing. So every lesson we watch a separate TED talk, and we dive into the vocabulary from this one and practice it. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's like every class is separate, so um more people can join in. I didn't think of it before, but now I'm like, oh, actually, you don't actually have to join from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's if you want to just join for 1 or 2 sessions, you wouldn't need any prior knowledge from the previous lessons to do that.
You don't, yes, you
That's
wouldn't.
pretty
No,
cool. Okay. Mhm.
you can definitely do that. Yeah. And also there's the speaking club online tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it is 2 o'clock, 2 to 4.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock, which yeah, you're hosting again, and
Yeah.
I'll be joining again
Yeah.
for another fun Saturday afternoon.
Well, 2 o'clock 13th is tomorrow,
Yeah.
just in case we upload this a bit late.
Yeah,
People are
absolutely.
like, where is the speaking club? I'm like, yeah, I know I said tomorrow, but uh,
When is tomorrow?
it's
Exactly.
tomorrow. That's it. It's not the 13th.
Exactly.
I'll be
Yeah.
back. Okay, cool. And how long's your course going on until? How long are the tables
It's
going?
until mid-August, so
Yeah.
until I think
Oh, gee, oh, it's a longie. That's a lot of
14th.
sessions.
It's it's like six, yeah,
Yeah,
six, and initially it was 6 weeks.
yeah,
So 1 week has passed already, so we have
yeah.
basically 5 weeks left. So
Okay,
14th, August 14th is the last session. Well,
sorted.
planned last
Okay.
session.
Well, okay, yeah, I can see why it's keeping you so busy. It's a long course.
Yeah, you see, you got it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
cool.
thanks. Yes, once more for joining. That was fun, and let's do it again.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, have a good day then. See
So,
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.